Hello, this is Evangeline. Welcome back to the channel. So, I know it's been a while, but I wanted to come through and speak on my experience from a born again Christian to New Age, and then now I'm back walking with Christ. But let me preface this video by saying that on this channel, I'm going to do more faith based and fashion discussion on here because God is leading me to do so. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. But as a segue into this new change that's going to be happening on the channel, I wanted to share with you what my experience has been as a woman who was saved, living for God, following Christ, back out of it, and then started living without God in the midst of without Christ. There was a God that was there, but without Christ, and practicing New Age. Now, I was born again. I was baptized as a kid. I attended a Methodist church with my mom and all that. But as an adult, a young adult, I was baptized in 1996, and I was on fire for Christ at that time. I began my personal relationship with Christ, and I would go to church, I would go to Bible study. I was really getting close to God by reading His Word, trying to understand through the leading of the Holy Spirit on how we're supposed to live our life as believers. Fast forward to 1997, 98, I kind of got off that and started living in the world, doing my own thing. I knew there was God. I still had Christ. I still recognized the presence of Christ in the Christian faith and all that. But I was just not on that same path, like really committed living for Christ. And then, there was back and forth of this walk. Like, I would fall, I would get back up, I would fall, I would get back up. In 2007, I was on fire for Christ again. This time around, my relationship with God grew to a point where hearing from Him was so easy. There was strong connection. I would spend hours in prayer time. I was going deep in the things of God. I was really trying to understand the Bible. I got to the place where the Lord was pouring out His knowledge on me when it came down to His Word. The Holy Spirit was present in my life. I used to pray. We had a online teaching platform. A girlfriend and I started that, and it just started to grow, and my relationship with Christ just flourished, and it grew and grew and grew and grew. And then things happened again, and I fell off. Now, this time when I fell off is when I wandered for a long time. Eventually, I started to tap into New Age. And how this started was I got heavily into exercise, eating healthy, working out, and all that. And I was really in the gym, and I was trying to really improve on my workout, and kind of more on the scientific side. I was more focused on the scientific side when it came down to my health. So I started doing more research. I started understanding mind control. That's where it started. And then before you know it, I was practicing yoga. But when I first started practicing yoga, I was not intending to go on the spiritual side of things. I was using it for the stretches and, making sure you get all this tension out of your body and things like that. And then before you know it, I started practicing some of the poses. And I had no idea in the beginning. And then I started doing more new age stuff. Then I started getting involved into more buying crystals and doing saging, trying to imply, because that's what new age is part of the teaching, that crystals have powers to do this, and you can study this crystal, and this crystal can do this, and the other crystal can do that. And when you sage your house, you're getting cleansing your house, or you sage your space, you're getting rid of demonic presence. But quite frankly, you're actually inviting demonic presence when you do stuff like that. But this video is going to probably be 3 parts, just because I want to cover a whole lot more when it comes to New Age. But I just wanted to let you know how I got into this New Age practice and some of the things that I got involved with. I didn't go as far as reading tarot cards. I think one thing that was in the back of my mind when it came down to tarot cards was the fact that these little pictures, these pictures that were on them, they just look scary, like some of them just look terrified. They look demonic, in my opinion. So I just didn't touch stuff like that. And there are other practices in New Age that I did not go far in. So I went as far as the saging, the crystals, and then doing some of the practices like grounding and things like that. And I'm going to talk about those things more. And I also was stuck on horoscopes, attaching my identity to your birth signs and all that. And all those things are witchcraft. Okay. And what I believe is that Satan has beautified these practices by duplicating some things from the Christian faith to be able to lure you in without you knowing that you're getting involved in practicing witchcraft. So I want to talk about this a little bit more and go a little bit deeper into some of the things that I help spread out there based on some of the readings, because I read a lot. I'm an avid reader. I enjoy reading. And so when I started to tap into this space, I was buying most of the books and learning about energy and all that. So I want to talk about this a little bit more. So I don't want to rush this, topic. So I'm going to probably do it into three parts because I want to get deeper and explain more. But I just wanted to come through and let you guys know this is what I'm going to be doing now going forward on the channel. I'm going to be doing more faith-based content and fashion content, and then we'll go from there. But I really want to use this platform to share my experiences as I walk with Christ. But this is part one, talking about how I went from a born again, strong believer, standing on the things of God, moving to new age practices and participating in some of those things. But there's so much to cover. I don't want to rush it. I will share more in the coming videos. If you enjoyed this video today and would like to get information on when I drop the next two parts, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure you turn your bell notification on so you're notified. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.